TTT THROWDOWN!
This week's throwdown is a beep test. 90 seconds on, 30 seconds off until you cannot complete the work. 6 shuttle runs and 8 line-facing burpees. You'll add 2 burpees each round.
Our demo athlete this week is TTT coach Kyle Habdo. And he's off. Mia, you look like a strawberry.
Oh my God, did we just start?
You
He looks like a pro wrestler.
Whoa.
Well, hold on.
see
We gotta also introduce our fellow guest today.
Hi.
The one, the only, our demo athlete this week, Mr. Kyle Habdo.
Wow, this is really cool. I'm watching myself do this workout. Also, how come we didn't hit him with a let's see it?
That doesn't happen now, Kyle. Act like you've watched
Well,
this
that's
show
sad
before.
because like I feel like you need a let's see it with a throwdown. It's like going to Broadway without having the woo girls.
What is going on?
You know what I'm saying though?
Let's see
Anyway,
it.
yeah,
Talking
thank you.
about Broadway in Nashville?
Yeah, Broadway in Nashville. Anyway,
You got to say that. I don't think most people think Broadway.
well, Mia knew what I was talking about,
I
which was
did.
important. Anyway, so this is the first round. It's only 8 burpees. I feel like there's 2 different ways to attack this workout. Either you come out hot, like I did.
I was
and
about to say,
just-
you look like you were moving.
Yeah, in workouts that are similar to this, I like to get my work done fast so I can rest longer. Like the Miko's intervals, I like to try to push it a little bit so I can have some rest in between. The other way to obviously do this workout is slow down and take as much time as you need to keep your heart rate lower, breathing lower as you're running through the intervals.
Yeah, I think you're definitely more efficient as a runner, and kind of like a longer endurance, kind of going with that route would probably be beneficial for somebody. Like to me, I feel like I would go pretty slow on the burpees because I feel like knowing when I get to those later rounds, I'm going to have to really turn it on to make sure I can have enough cushion. And then you're ultimately just going into a 6-minute AMRAP is what it's kind of turning into at that point. Because you're having 90 seconds rest almost right here.
It was definitely
at this point.
Longer than a minute.
Yeah, so this is a little bit different than your, I guess, traditional beep test because there is a built-in rest. Usually the beep test is just back-to-back intervals, but there is that 30 seconds rest that you get no matter what, which is going to force you to have to really push your speed in the intervals when you get to the later rounds. But I'd be similar to you, Kyle, where I would start fast and use my rest because I need that rest in order to keep up burpee speed. It's physically impossible for me to go faster on burpees when I get more tired.
For sure.
But you did a really good job of pushing the shuttle runs right away. You were at a 33-second pace and you held that throughout most of the workout, which is pretty fast.
Yeah,
for people
bravo.
who are-
Thank you.
who are,
Bravo.
Yeah, honestly, so while I was warming up for this, I was like, okay, if I have to go slow, I can do a 9-step count and keep my consistency really
look
high.
at that transition.
Ooh,
Look at
the
that,
best
so
transition.
smooth. But when I'm running, I'm not actually thinking about my step count. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B as fast as I can. But I'm also trying to stay in a straight line, so I'm not doing a little loop and adding more time to my shuttle run. I know you can kind of get lost a little bit when you hit that turn.
Yeah, I think a lot of things is even just for most people, right? You know your foot count and cadence of what to do to be able to go into that. Where people are going into looping, they don't have that. And I think
sure.
what you should do before you even hit go on this is play with that, figuring out what the step count is, figuring out, James Brooks, for instance, does a turn step almost backwards, then goes forward kind of thing, where I'm more like you. I'll go straight and almost a hop turn, kind of quick into it.
It's like a skater jump or whatever.
Yeah. And to me, I feel more comfortable doing that, but everybody's got kind of what they like to go with. So I think play with that when you're warming up and going into it, that you have a good step count and cadence of what is going to flow for you.
With this short of a shuttle run, which, this has been repeating itself for years now, I think it's probably safe to say we're going to keep seeing this. The turn is more important than the actual speed of your run. So if you haven't spent time in your training dialing in your turn and knowing exactly how you're going to turn, whether it's that full body turn and lunge back or that skater step like Kyle's doing here, I would definitely recommend taking the time to just repeat that at slow paces so that it's automatic and you can't do it wrong no matter how tired you are, because if you can keep your turn fast, it's okay to let your running speed get a little slower. But if you start to bobble the turn, then no matter how much effort you put into the run, you're going to be slow.
Yeah, I agree.
And everyone's going to laugh at you.
Yeah. I spent a bunch of time in the warm-up just making sure that the run was subconscious and I wasn't overly thinking about it. I was just trying to move on this so I could attack the burpees.
And
Yeah, what you also
attack
do a
them
really
for
good
sure.
job is that transition. like making sure that like both feet fully crossed, but then staying super low to it. I think a lot of times people almost go to a standing up position and then jump, versus like your hands are almost like on the ground as soon as you're turning. And that is definitely keeping your speed very quick right here.
Yeah. I mean, like we talked about in the beginning of this, I don't think you necessarily need to go at this pace at this point in the workout. But for me, I just like to move a little bit faster to get more rest. And personally on this day, like I didn't feel 100%. So I was trying to use like some external stimulus to like kind of push myself and move myself. You'll be able to see in the later rounds that my burpees just feel heavy getting off the floor. So I was just trying to like stay low, stay fast, keep my footwork consistent. Those are like the things that were kind of like going through my head as I was like doing this interval.
If you were going back and doing this again, what would you change? Would you change the burpee speed or your run cadence or anything going into this again?
I don't know. I honestly feel like I would just do it the same, but hope that I felt better on the day. Honestly, I just like didn't feel good.
That's my strategy.
Seriously, I'm not even joking. Like I just felt not good. Like I walked in, my legs were tired. I didn't sleep well the night before. But honestly, as I was like warming up for this workout, I kind of thought about this like as a qualifier. Like you're not always going to feel 100%. You're not always going to like want to do it, but sometimes you kind of just have to turn off the voice in your head that says no and just go ahead with the work. So that was kind of just in my head. I was like, okay, like treat this like a qualifier where the pressure's on and you kind of have to perform even though you don't feel 100% and just like see what you can do. So that was my thought process going into this.
Oh, that's good.
And I will say this for Kyle. We did test this workout a while ago when we were building out this cycle, and he did feel better and get further.
He felt better and he got further.
Weird how that works.
Yeah. But did you do the same strategy of fast burpees from the beginning?
Yeah, same strategy. So Mia and I actually did it together, and her and I raced each other, which made it wildly uncomfortable. But I don't know, it worked out. So I thought maybe I'd stick with the strategy and go for it again today.
So when you're thinking of trying to keep a quick cadence on this specific style of burpee, what do you think about?
So keeping my chest low over the line and keeping my hands like kind of relaxed and towards the ground. You can almost see that they're just dangling over the floor. I'm not pulling my chest up and pulling my hands away from the floor. So that kind of keeps my center of mass low, which keeps me allowing to move over the line faster. And then for me, I love a jump up and a jump up and a jump back. In this style of workout. Now, if it was denser right from the beginning, I would probably step up and then jump back. But I think that's kind of person dependent.
Yeah, so you just cleared the round of 14. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, man, I felt terrible during this round.
I feel like you can see it from your body language. Definitely shifted a little bit here.
It was just like my legs just felt heavy, and the pop off the floor just felt really, really hard today. Even Mia after the workout was just like, it just looked not like me, which is fine. Like that stuff happens, and you kind of just have to deal with it and figure out what to do while you're in the workout.
Would you ever go to a step up on a burpee?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And maybe that's something that I would change if I was going to do this workout again. Try for the third time and try to step up and jump back or something.
That could definitely be a strategy where you maybe step up the first, like maybe through the round of 14 or even 16 just to save your pop.
Yeah.
And could see if that works. You want to do it a third time?
I would love to. Let's do it again. Let's run it back.
Yeah, I would be interested to see if you still kept the same run speed, but then you went to almost like a step up and just a slow cadence.
Yeah.
Where it's giving you around 45 seconds of rest, kind of like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Versus almost like, you almost had like 90 seconds. It was like
pace.
at the beginning you were flying.
Sometimes with a line facing burpee, I feel like a step up is harder. You know what I mean? Because it's just
it's just the line.
Yeah.
It's just the line. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But it definitely allows you to be able to keep the speed way faster when you are going into that.
Yeah, I think for people who are less efficient at burpees or know that like the volume of burpees through the workout are going to start to affect them more, I think stepping up in the beginning rounds makes complete sense. Like just keeps your heart rate lower, keeps the energy like requirement per burpee just less.
You're still maintaining a pretty fast speed right here, like off the ground. Like you're still keeping pretty close. There's like the slight hesitation like right there at the top relative to the first early rounds, but overall the speed here is still very quick. So this is finishing 16?
This is
right?
16, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have another 25 seconds,
That clock really creeps on you in this workout. It feels like you have so much time
at the beginning.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
So round of 16.
On all fours. Not looking as comfortable as you would like.
Yeah, I chose some music to kind of like give me some external stimulus and like a little bump, and the music did not help me as much as I wanted it to. I was like, come on, man, you can do
Just
this.
give me something.
Yeah, give me some energy. at some point I look at me and I was like, I'm redlined. I don't know if it was this round or the next round.
I think it's got to be pretty close to this round. I
It's
would
pretty
think.
close.
In my head, I was like, well,
Guest
you're on
appearance?
camera, so
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think for elite burpee people kind of like into that, they're probably looking at getting into the 22-ish round, 24 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you're a speed demon on burpees and can literally turn it on. I think from like the highest possible scores, like if this was an open style workout or something, I think you would definitely see some people in that.
In the 24s.
But I think, I think some, probably for the majority of people, you're going to be like in that 20 to 22 range. And just because it's a certain amount of time, like you can only do so much
For sure.
in that 90-second window.
I mean, when you finish the round at 20, that's 108 burpees. If you finish the round at 22, that's 130 burpees. And then
And also,
adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, or
we've
whatever
kind
it
of
is.
skated over this, but Kyle's running really fast. Like his
Yeah.
shuttle runs are fast. So that's going to matter as well. Because if you pull that back even like half a second a rep, you're going to take away time for 2 burpees, 3
Yeah.
burpees, and that's already like short of 1 round, or shortens you 1 round of finishing. So
Yeah.
shuttle run speed is definitely going to matter. Probably once you hit like the round of 14, you can't really dilly-dally if
Yeah.
you want any
Yeah.
rest.
This is like opposite of like the open workout from 2 years ago, where like you could have walked the shuttle runs and still like gotten a really good score
yeah.
or whatever it was. 2 years or 3
there
years
was
ago.
people that walked that.
Yeah, but this workout, just like based on the structure of the workout, you have to actually try on the shuttle runs. You can't just chill.
Yeah. And if you want to go slow on the first rounds of it, I guess you can, but then like why? Because then you're just prolonging your burpees in the interval and you have to start working again.
So you
But-
can
I mean,
see-
even the difference, right? Like, because that last one, you were what, like a 115 was kind of like around
Yeah.
the time, and then that was like a 125. So that changes a lot.
yes.
Yeah, you lost your pop off the ground on that one. You could see
I
like
mean, I
how
was
the
just-
chest was kind of warming up.
Yeah, I was just like falling apart. Like I was just losing coordination left and right, and I just like couldn't do it. And I was like, I think this is where I looked at you and said, I'm redlined. I think this is the round at 18.
I was
right?
like, you have 10 seconds.
Good luck.
yeah,
Wish you the best. Yeah, it was probably right there. You looked over. I
Yeah.
mean, you can just see it, right? Like it just really starts to happen at that point. But I think really staying diligent on the run, like even right there, right? Like I feel like you were pretty fast off the start at the top of the minute each time you had to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only shuttle run before this one that slowed down was the one right before you were 3 seconds slower, which is enough time for 1 burpee.
For sure.
So that's just like something to think about as you guys are coming up with your strategy here. That shuttle run pace at the end is really going to be important.
You know what's funny is I'm watching this. I thought I was like crawling during the shuttle
No,
run,
you're
and I'm
moving.
actually moving
You're
pretty
still
well.
moving?
I know. I'm actually surprised by
The
myself.
perception of what you think
Oh,
in your
man.
head. There's times where you're like,
In my
I'm
head-
not even doing anything.
Oh, dude, in my head I was like, I'm crawling right now. Like this is embarrassing. But
Like watching this back, does that make you think like, oh, maybe I could get further?
I'm not sure because I think these burpees are about to look real bad. Let's see.
I think there's a lot of times I'll watch and then I'll be like, oh, I had more in the tank.
Yeah.
Like, and then you try to like figure
don't
out where
look
you can.
bad right
I mean, they
now.
don't look bad right now. I'm still moving fairly well. They're not great, but they're not the worst burpees I've ever done.
No, and I mean, I think, right, like it's the same thing we just talked about. Like it's just time.
Yeah.
Like you're going to run out of
Yeah.
time at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I think you lost like 8 seconds or something on that shuttle run, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, so that's like what, 3 burpees maybe?
I feel like another way that would have made this like very interesting was if it was like on a 2-minute and it was like no matter what, right? Like, and that was the beep test was like a 2-minute clock. Like that would
You'd get a lot of burpees.
you get a lot of burpees.
You can see that.
But you start higher, start at more reps.
Yeah, I was picking my head up.
Nice.
What a dismount.
Oh man,
Good job.
That's tough.
Way to go, Kyle.
I'm glad
Thank
that I
you
did
for
it
joining
again.
us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It was fun.